This is Hino's Sport bringing you that heat and that fart. I told you guys, man. Chihuahua. Chihuahua. And for the number 3 of confirmation, Chihuahua. That's Terence Crawford. I told you guys he was a 140 pounder masquerading as a 147 pounder. When you fought a lame duck Jeff Horn, a one-legged gimp in Jose Benavidez, a 5-year past his prime maimed Amir Glass Shin Khan, and then a 262 green bean or green mean machine. Now you're going to be trying to fight the winner of Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. These guys are 140 pounders, man. This is what I was trying to tell people. Terence Crawford has Shawn Porter that called him out a la Kenny Porter, because we know Kenny Porter is his manager. We know Kenny Porter basically dictates all of the terms of Shawn Porter. When you listen to Kenny Porter, you know you don't need to listen to Shawn Porter because Kenny Porter dictates everything that Shawn Porter does. And Kenny Porter said, yeah, we haven't heard back from them. We sent the contract. Where they at? Bob Arum's basically saying, oh, we just heard. We just see the contract now. Terence Crawford has proven to you guys that he's a duck. So he's ducking Shawn Porter for the winner of Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, and the boxing world does not go crazy? Nah. This is why I told you guys we need to stick to the script. We need to rewind that and bring it back to the context of what's happening. Y'all need to start holding these fighters accountable, man. This is what I was talking about when I said reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panderers. They want their cake and eat it too. They only want to be selective, and they want to omit what doesn't make sense, what does not fall into their pandering narratives, and then add what falls in line with it. Terence Crawford, that's why he's losing Budman fans by the day. This is why he's losing Terence Crawford fanboy man crushes by the day. Because this guy sat here and blatantly ducked Shawn Porter. So you're at 147 pounds, last time I checked. You're a 147 pounder, right? Am I lying? Why don't you want that free smoke? But the other side of the street, the PBC fighters, they don't want that. So hold up. You lowball Danny Garcia, try to disrespect him like he was Green Bean Machine or a Green Mean Machine, and try to offer him $3 million when, you know, at minimum he should get 7 because he's a sellable fighter. He's a marketable fighter. I don't know what it is about Cherry Garcia, but he's a marketable fighter. Shawn Porter, you, my buddy and me. Let me say it again. My buddy and me. One more time for the number 3 of confirmation. My buddy and me. So you guys are buddies. So that's why I didn't want to fight him. Same crap he ran with Timothy Bradley. I thought fighting was a hurt business. I thought in boxing it's the hurt business. Fight first, friends later. Let me say it again. Fight first and friends later. You guys have to start holding these fighters accountable. You got to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. You got to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. And you got to apply what? Unlimited pressure via Tibetan Mastiff style. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. If you don't do this, then you're going to sit here and allow the masterful dupery to continue. And you got to hold these people accountable that's not doing this stuff. Because Terence Crawford sat here and blatantly ducked Shawn Porter to fight the winner, supposedly or potentially, of Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. The boxing world's not going crazy over this? Because he knows the sport is sitting here saying, you guys said he supposedly is the boogeyman of 147. But his resume doesn't show that. Nothing he's done at 147 is giving us credence that he is a boogeyman. We know the real boogeyman, like I've been telling you guys, in cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, truth-telling fashion, is your Dennis Ugas. But you guys sat here and falsely believed that it was Terence Crawford. But this guy wants to fight 140-pounders that we know have not been at 147 yet, all because they said, oh, after we fight, we can't make 140 no more, a la Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Yeah, they too big, Rigoroo too. Do we know they're going to eventually move up to 147? And you guys are sitting here clamoring over that? You're actually sitting here saying this is a good fight for boxing? No, it's not. Because Terence Crawford is a full-fledged 147-pounder. He's been there for 2 to 3 years. So I don't want to hear this. And he's sitting here saying PBC fighters don't want to fight him, but Shawn Porter stepped up to the plate. Kell Brook had to have a fight with his damn sister because Terence Crawford didn't want that free smoke. And after so many months of ducking, then he wanted to fight Kell Brook at a most inopportune time. when Kell Brook was preoccupied doing something else. But then everybody turned around and said, oh, Kell Brook ducked him. But nobody remembered when Kell Brook was calling him out and his sister came out, Letitia Crawford, and she was the one barking for him because he couldn't even bark like a damn Chihuahua against Kell Brook. You see what I'm saying? He's ducked so many of these damn fighters. This is why Keith Thurman was correct 100% when he said, what has Terence Bud Crawford done at 147? No one paid attention to the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth that Keith Thurman was rendering at that time. He came in truth-telling fashion because you could say what you want about Keith Thurman. You could have your disdains about him. You could have your issues about him. But one thing that you can't have about Keith Thurman is always on the damn thumb and the damn needle of the situation when he's sitting here and giving you cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion of telling you where he thinks these fighters are truly at. You got to at least give him that because he has it in him to be a boxing announcer at some point. And he said that. He's been saying that for months. What has this guy done at 147 to give him credence? What tests? When they asked him about the Amir Khan, he laughed at that. That's who he's fighting? Listen again, Jeff Horn. One-legged Jose Benavidez. Jeff Horn is the lame duck thereof. That variation. The gimp artist, Jose Benavidez, still touched up Bud. Now, if he had both legs, he would have won that fight. 5 years past his prime, Amir Khan, maimed, glass chin. And in a 262-day green bean machine or green mean machine. Does not want Shawn Porter. Ducking that damn free smoke. All for what? The winner of Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. See? Yeah, if y'all can't do that, then your titles of reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panderers, sticks. This is why you're the pandering narrative coalition. Because you want your cake and you don't want to eat it too. And if you sit here and you come out your mouth and say it's a legitimate fight that a full-fledged 147-pounder, because we know they're going to fight Bud at 147, Bud ain't going down to no 140, is going to fight next, potentially the winner of a Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, guys that have not gone to 147 pounds because it's a big jump from 140 to 147. That's a 7-pound jump. We heard when Timothy Bradley talked about that, man. That was a jump. Danny Garcia talked about that. That was a jump. Terence Bud Crawford talked about that was a jump. He needed at least a year or two to assimilate. And you guys are sitting here in Rudy Poo and Plum Brain. Classic, don't, and troglodyte. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric terminology to sit here and justify that? You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. But the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets. You know what I asked y'all to do? Keep the foot on the what? On the necks. Keep the foot on the what? On the necks. And like Tibetan masters, man, apply what? Unlimited pressure, because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Hold these people accountable. Because if you guys don't do that, then you're lying to yourselves. You're allowing yourselves to be masterfully duped. And that's the worst thing in the world, to believe a beautiful lie instead of accepting the ugly truth. Let me say it again. It's the worst thing in the world to believe a beautiful lie instead of coming into the light of the ugly truth. And the ugly truth is Terence Bud Crawford is a smoke and mirrors 147-pounder Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Because if you're sitting here running for the winner of a Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, instead of fighting Shawn Porter, it's a duck. If it quack like a duck and it sounds like a duck, then it is a what? It's a duck. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.